This video is sponsored by Whale Street, a new decentralized token swap protocol running on Ethereum. Now, Whale Street is designed in particular to allow people to swap very large amounts of tokens, but it has a sort of gamified NFT based structure around it. I'm not going to go through this entire blog post, as you can see. I'm just going to head to the summary. And so what Whale Street is designed to do is allow people to make massive currency swaps without crashing the system. It has a token called LST, and if you contribute to the liquidity, you earn this shrimp token, which is both of these are ERC20 tokens. Shrimp token is a kind of reward token, but you need the shrimp token as well to bid for and buy NFTs. And the NFTs are what allow you to make a swap. If you have the NFT, you become a swap master. You set the terms of the whale swap, what tokens to swap and when, and also the percentage of the fee you get. Everyone is rewarded in shrimp for the process that goes on here. As I say, this is super interesting, rather complicated. I suggest if you're interested, you go and check the blog post, but thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So the news we're looking at today is what's going on with MegaCryptoPolis. So MegaCryptoPolis has been around for about getting on for 3 years now. And it's interesting. It's quite a good project to follow in terms of a blockchain game. It's gone through various stages. It's gone from like 2.5D to 3D, and then it's gone through various blockchains, supported various blockchains, Ethereum, Tron. The Ethereum stuff has moved to they use the Matic blockchain, which is now called Polygon, which is why this article is labeled using the power of Polygon. So what we used to call Matic, which is a layer 2 solution, so it's a much faster blockchain, less secure than Ethereum, but links to Ethereum, so you would use it for sort of in-game actions rather than holding very high-end, high-value NFTs. So that's happened, and now they're also moving some of the Tron assets over to Polygon. So we can kind of start to see with blockchain games that already some of these games, which were multi-chain anyway, allowing, so with the MegaCryptoPolis, you could play it on the Ethereum blockchain, you could play it on the Tron blockchain. There was a ways of kind of bridging over, crossing assets over. They had this kind of interesting vault system that they put in. It's like a DeFi sort of gamified system. But now you have these kind of main chains, what we call L1, layer 1 solutions, and now there's kind of like a layer 2 solution, in this case Matic, now called Polygon, which is kind of underpinning the entire thing. So we're starting to get a quite complex multi-chain sort of environment going on, even for a fairly complex, a fairly simple kind of blockchain game. And this is obviously the wider issue here is we're seeing this with the rise of things like Cosmos and Polkadot, which are multi-chain kind of philosophies about how blockchain future will go. And even with Ethereum 2 is a multi-chain solution where you have various different chains kind of talking to each other. So let's have a quick look through at the news, because there is also some interesting reasons why they've done this. So as we said, MegaCryptoPolis used Matic as a layer 2 scalability solution for Ethereum. So Ethereum for the last year really has been too expensive in terms of the transaction gas fees. So no one's playing games on Ethereum, so you need to move to something like Matic or like Axie Infinity building their own system called Ronin. You need to have a layer 2 solution so you're not paying gas fees and have fast transactions. So we can see here that MegaCryptoPolis, I'll get it right soon, have using Matic has been a success. Their existing players have moved everything over, and we can see monthly trading volumes of $350,000. So now what they're doing is the second part of the gaming map running on Tron is also going to migrate to Matic, which is now called Polygon. Basically, Matic have just renamed themselves Polygon. So what's interesting is that even Tron is a very different blockchain to Ethereum. It's proof of stake, so there's no gas fees really. You have to stake tokens. But here, even on the Tron network, there has been changes, and they have raised a chance of failure for complex actions such as creating citizen tokens in a mega residential and constructing complex buildings. So this is interesting that even on Tron, which I don't know the technicalities of, but I think there's a few things going on with Tron. Generally, there's network issues with Tron as well, and so to make sure that doesn't happen in future, MegaCryptoPolis are moving everything over to Matic. So even Tron hasn't failed because of gas fees. Tron just seems to be technically not working terribly well at the moment. So so we're moving that over. So what's going to happen here is, here we go. So costs on layer 2, so the cost on Polygon are being covered by the game developer. I imagine probably Matic stroke Polygon is probably giving people fees as well to get game developers to move over. So some things on Tron are going to move to Matic, and some things aren't. So citizens, pets, cars, so all these in-game kind of assets. These kind of low-level things are going to move onto the Matic network, so people can, move, use them in a much freer manner. More expensive things like land plots, the Mega token and district tokens are going to stay on Tron. So if you're doing things on the Tron network with these things, that will require energy. That will require you to have Tron staked in your wallet. That's how a proof of stake system works. But all these other things, I guess the lower-level things that you're using generally in gameplay. I should highlight this, shouldn't I? It'd be much more sensible. So all these things, they're going over to Matic. So it is interesting that I think you're just seeing this more complex multi-chain solution. I don't know what impact that will have on users, because as soon as you make things more complex, obviously it makes things more complex for users. I imagine if people who are already playing MegaCryptoPolis, which is I find a fairly complex game at the moment. Probably people who are already playing it and invested in it, it's not that complex a change. Maybe for newbies coming in, it will be more complex, but I don't think a lot of newbies won't be coming in from Tron these days. I think newbies will be coming in more direct from Matic, so it probably doesn't make a lot of odds. What else is going on? So a bit of maintenance. So the maps are going to be closed 1st of March for some migration and maintenance. What's going on here? So MegaCryptoPolis is now obviously massively embedded in Polygon stroke Matic, and there's going to be an upcoming world upgrade. So the city will become a world. So at the moment it's I guess a fairly smallish map. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's fairly small. But anyway, there's going to be this big upgrade, and there's going to be a new layer of gameplay. So you can walk down the street with a citizen as your avatar, drive a car, token, build apartment, and so basically a more metaverse type thing. Which at the moment MegaCryptoPolis is very much a game. More like a kind of, an improved version of SimCity on the blockchain. I guess that's one way of looking at it, with a stronger, obviously, economic system. But now we're going to move into a more metaverse, where we are having avatars and we're wandering around, and the kind of stuff we would expect in a kind of fully 3D, kind of free roaming city game. So there we go, and this looks like some graphics about what that's going to look like. So there we go. The first demo of this new world schedule, which is all going to be running on Matic, obviously, stroke Polygon, is going to be Q2 2021. So that's any time between, let's have a think, let's do the maths. What is it? It's April, May, June. So they're looking for that April, May, June. So there we go. Interesting, I guess, particularly for people who are playing MegaCryptoPolis, but also interesting, I think, for the wider trend of blockchain gamers moving to L2s. Finding L2s are really valuable and useful, and then building kind of updates on L2s. And I think we'll see. That's going to be the trend. Probably games launching now will launch on L2s, layer 2 solutions. Obviously, there's other blockchains coming that are a bit more like layer 2 solutions. So you have these much faster, secure blockchains. Things like Solana has a few things going on. Harmony has some games coming. I mean, basically all these new blockchains have some games coming. So I think we're going to see a very different sort of gaming activity coming to blockchain. It won't be this kind of like clunky waiting for things to happen, sort of NFT kind of focused environment. We're going to see a lot more fluidity, so that's good to see. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, deep into the world of blockchain games and all the changes that are being made there. So thanks for watching the video, and see you again soon.